Germany has voiced strong support for the United States' efforts to end the ongoing war in Ukraine, with German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul stressing the urgency of current diplomatic initiatives and the critical role of international cooperation. Speaking in Berlin on Tuesday, November 25th, following talks with his Jordanian counterpart, Ayman Safadi, Wadephul outlined that intensive diplomatic efforts are continuing at full speed, aimed at bringing Russia's war of aggression in Ukraine to an end. He highlighted recent constructive discussions in Geneva involving Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and the United States, as well as a series of meetings in the so-called Washington format, which included France, Poland, Italy, Finland, the United Kingdom, and Ukraine. Wadephul emphasized that these negotiations reflect a united commitment to Ukraine, with all parties working hand in hand toward the most important objective, achieving lasting peace for Ukraine and for Europe. Turning to the responsibility of Russia in ending the conflict, Wadephul made it clear that the onus is entirely on Russian President Vladimir Putin, who initiated the war. He warned that Putin's continued deployment of troops into new battles is creating a generational tragedy for young Russian soldiers and a global humanitarian concern. If this is to end, it depends on Russia being ready to negotiate with Ukraine on equal terms, Wadephul said. He stressed that Ukraine, Europe, and the U.S. are fully prepared to engage in talks, but the decision to pursue peace must come from Putin. According to Wadephul, an unofficial EU Foreign Affairs Council meeting is also planned to further coordinate diplomatic efforts. Wadephul also addressed regional security issues, commenting on Israel's airstrike in a southern suburb of Beirut that killed Hezbollah's top military official. He affirmed that Israel has the right to defend itself against Hezbollah, but called on Lebanon and its army to assume greater responsibility in disarming the militant group. Additionally, Wadephul spoke about the upcoming Gaza Reconstruction Conference, noting that the Egyptian government will determine its timing in Cairo. He emphasized that it is now the right moment to take concrete measures for the reconstruction and future stability of the Gaza Strip. Highlighting the broader significance of these developments, Wadephul underlined that diplomatic persistence, international solidarity, and responsible regional leadership are essential for peace. He concluded by stressing that resolving these crises requires coordination, commitment, and a willingness to negotiate, reinforcing that the world is closely watching and that decisions made now will shape the future of Europe, the Middle East, and global stability.